This is a big test for me today.
It's not.
But I got this. The number 15 prospect going down on the farm.
Down on the farm.
Nikau Pouaka Grego.
Nope.
What?
Yes. Nikau Pouaka Grego.
No!
Nope.
Nikau Pouaka Grego.
No,
You're
you
messing
keep
up the
saying it the
easiest
same
part of
way,
it.
and it's wrong
Do
the whole
not
time.
continue. Yeah, thank you, Tyler. Repeating the name over and over again. We went over this, James.
Yes,
Don't
I listened to it
do you
20
type,
times.
You don't type notes of how to say people's names?
I think you guys are wrong because you kept wanting to say Nikua or something.
Nope.
One
You
more
guys
time.
you guys make
one
me
more time. I can just tell you.
No.
Just tell us what his name is one more time.
Nikau Pouaka Grego.
He's not a
Still no.
football player.
Not
It's
Puka
just,
Nakua.
it's just, yeah,
Ni-
he's not out there in LA. It's just
Nico.
Nico. It's just
Nico.
Nico.
What was I
Literally
saying?
Nico.
Nikua? God damn it. I thought I had it today. I even tried. One of these days, guys.
How did you get the the easiest part wrong?
Because I think we talk about it so much, I get 8 different thoughts in my head, and then I just diarrhea out. I am putting in effort.
Diarrhea.
Nikua. Nikua. I'm so bad at name pronunciations.
Wait, are you serious?
NPG.
You just listened to this
Just
and
call
you
him MPG. The
Just
three
INCO. Nico.
Nico.
like the
That's
way
it.
you do
Yeah,
a
like the
shake it with
wafers.
Alexander.
Like the wafers.
Sure.
You know the
Or like-
Nico wafers? Those things suck.
I don't like them. I don't even
Yeah,
know
they're
what
gross.
They are.
They're
Just think
very much
Nico
a
like
grandma candy.
Pico de Gallo. Is that
Pico de
like,
Gallo. I love Pico de Gallo. Pico? No.
Nico Pico?
No, see, this is what happens. We have the discussion. We look it up. I say it to myself like 10 to 15 times. And then I'll have
not
something
that hard.
like Pico pop into my head when I'm trying to say Nico. And it's just like, I don't have a shot here.
It's really not.
Pico de Gallo? That's my guide? All right, anyway, let's get to his report.
Or Nico as in like, you've
Nico
got
Collins.
2 knees.
I need to just spell these out myself.
No, that's
in
what
my
I
own-
do. I didn't write his name the way it's spelled. I wrote
Yeah,
it as
see,
Nico.
that was better. That was good.
That's what I've learned to do.
Yeah,
because they don't even know if I know how to spell his name. It's
Because
just,
now I'm thinking Pico de Gallo. Now I'm hungry.
they're saying Neko, but he actually says it.
I'm
for
watching him
clarification,
pronounce it.
For clarification, we got this. Yeah, Nico is actually.
That's
Nico
him.
is in a video. I physically see his face saying his own name. I'm gonna guess. Although I have actually, weirdly enough, my mom was a teacher. We just had this conversation yesterday. She had a student who was saying his name wrong. Granted,
was saying his own name
English is
wrong?
not his first.
Okay.
His first language, so he was telling people his name was something wrong. So sometimes people do get their own names incorrect.
John
But-
Sequala says, my dad loves those Nico wafers. He's old as F, but he's got better hair than me.
John's been on one today for sure.
Those Nico wafers suck.
But Nico is saying his own name
Yes.
in the video. Jamie heard it played and still said it wrong
And
several times. But yes, it is Nico.
Yes, and he was playing for the
How do you say his next name? Nico what?
Pouaka Grego.
Okay, great job.
He was playing for the Phillies pipeline system, the Adelaide Giants in Australia. All right, so let's get to him now that we've...
Please, can we get down the farm with some Nico?
Nico wafers suck. Hopefully he does not suck as well. Uncharted territory here a little bit for the name test. This is not,
Now,
Yeah.
Nico Pouaka Grego.
Yeah, like he doesn't sound like a ball player, but I can't rule it out, you know?
I think it's all about how he's introduced.
Oh, okay. You're doing is this your Dan Baker impression? Projecting a couple years from now? So he has been traditionally a shortstop, although he thinks... most scouts think he doesn't really have the range to be a true shortstop. So before entering last year, he had split his time between second and third base. He tore his ACL last year heading into 2023. There was a lot of buzz and excitement within the organization about him, but playing in Australia prior to spring, tore his ACL and missed all of last year.
Ouch.
He was 18 when he was drafted in the international signing period. He was one of, I think, 4 guys they gave decent money to. That he got $250K out of New Zealand in that signing period at 17. He's now 19 years old. Again, kind of like a slender-ish build of some of the recent prospects we've gone over. Only 5'9", 175. But he has good bat speed, and some scouts project his power can increase. So we'll see there. On the scouting grade scale, his hitting ability is a 50. His power is a 40, with thought that it can grow here if he grows into his body some. His speed is a 45, and again, this is the 20 to 80 scout scale. Arm is a 50, fielding 45, overall a 40. So I'm not going to say it's the most exciting prospect I've ever read about, but he walks as much as he strikes out, which is about 13% of the time. They say he looks way beyond his years in the batter's box. So he's a good hitter. The power, they think, will develop nicely for him. But your boy, Nikau Wafers. This is a big year for him. You'll kind of find out. He should be with Clearwater this year. But yeah, I agree, Matt Deckard. It sounds like his walk-up music will be Bob Marley. But, we'll find out more about this kid this year. Still so young, and, a brutal season to miss last year. First full year in the development system. Could have been a big stride for him, but I guess we'll find out this year what he's got.
Yeah. Fun fact, he was born less than a week after me. Not the same year, over a decade later. But he's
that's
also
his fun
a Virgo.
fact, is that he was born a week after you?
A week and 12 years later. That's what I got, guys. That's what I got. Okay, so some interesting stuff about him. Various reports, kind of consistent themes. And so back in 2019, when one of the initial reports came out about him, it was about his build, medium athletic build, also short, compact swing with good hand quickness, very accurate barrel, made consistent square contact, hits to all fields, flashed some pull power, polished hitter for a then freshman with an idea how to hit a 7.68 runner. He showed good athleticism in the middle infield. Have heard a lot about his versatility, though, as an infielder. There's a positive. He can play in some different spots. Also have heard a lot about the fact that he gets good contact and is what some have referred to as a steal. So that made me excited. And then when I read some more reports, it was talking about his abilities. Again, he's got a knack for contact, striking out in less than 13% of his plate appearances during his debut. Solid overall approach. As you talk about the walks being the same, that's not great. Originally signed as a shortstop, but as mentioned, he can play second base, third base. He can play various spots in the infield, and it's just a matter of him now being healthy. He doesn't have a ton of range. He can catch what's hit to him, apparently. But first and most importantly is he needs to be healthy, mature, because as you mentioned, just 18 years old when drafted, now only 19. He's 5'10", not a great height, but average size at 165-ish. But needs to get back into physically being 100% before you can even talk about his future growth. But a steal, I like the term. I like when I hear a steal.
Steal's always nice to hear.
But it's what does that mean?
He's got a long way to go. This will be a big year for him. Definitely a kid to pay attention to this year down in Clearwater.